What's up, guys? Daniel at The Life HC, and today we're going to talk about the controversial, much criticized, very misunderstood Hellblade 2. Is it the worst game ever made? Is it the game of the year? Well, I have my opinions on it, so let's talk. First, let's talk about what I liked about it. The most controversial part of this one is by far the gameplay, or the apparent lack of it. But of course, this is only controversial if you don't like walking sims, and I do, a lot. I play all the walking sims that I can, whether it's Edith Finch, Life is Strange, the Telltale games, and many more. The gameplay on this game is by far the best out of all those that I've played. The fighting mechanic is really fun, yet slightly simplified from the first one. You have a regular strike, a strong strike, a parry, you have an evade option, and you now have what's basically a super move where the mirror on your belt lights up and you can activate it and become pretty much unstoppable. It's a pretty cool option to activate if you're just getting tired of fighting each player. There are also platforming elements, so that's really cool too. In terms of the puzzles, a lot of people are saying how easy it is and that it's a downgrade compared to the previous one. It's funny because I basically quit the first game because I thought the puzzles were hella confusing. Maybe I'm just not good at games, and that's valid, but I do love how streamlined the puzzles are in this one. They're not really hard, and I love that it makes the story and the rest of the game flow much easier. There's a variety of puzzles, but my favorite by far are the light puzzles and having to activate parts of the map on and off as you try to make your way to the next objective. It's fun, not complicated, and innovative at the exact same time. The visuals, oh my gosh, they are absolutely breathtaking. If you're a person that's into graphics, animation, or just into cinematic games, this is definitely for you. It is by far the best looking game I've ever seen. There are times where it goes from cutscene to gameplay and you can't even really tell when it's your turn to start moving and interacting with the actual environment because they both look identical. The transition is almost seamless. It's really impressive when the camera goes from cinematic to over the shoulder again. You can barely tell the difference between the transition. The graphics absolutely bring you into the game. It's really incredibly immersive, almost like watching a movie but having control of your character. There's also a photo mode where you can take pictures of what you're looking at and you mess with the lighting to get the perfect shot. It's pretty awesome if you're into that. The sound is absolutely top-notch.
Are you going to let him kill me? Don't die now!
I've never heard anything like it. This is the perfect game to wear the headphones because it fully takes advantage of what they're trying to do. They're basically making it sound like you have voices in your head, and they have delivered that very accurately with ASMR-like feel. Voiceovers, whether it's Senua's or all the other actors, they did a fantastic job drawing you into the game and conveying what they're trying to achieve. The story was amazing. It brought in some new characters that we get to meet, giving you more background on her life and why she does what she does. This particular story is more of a revenge one, and it fits the previous game rather perfectly. There are parts of the game that legit got me almost crying when she's doubting herself. The constant badgering of her own mind gets to her from time to time, but she perseveres. As a person that does tend to rethink all my decisions, I completely relate to her there, and those parts really hit me deep. Oh, and that ending boss, my gosh, how epic was that? It's the climax of the entire story, and it's fantastic. I'm not going to give you guys too much more than that because I don't want to spoil it, but it's great. Now, let's talk about what we didn't like about the game. There's honestly not much. I do wish the environments were a little more explorable to me, or there were some collectibles around, but that wasn't a deal breaker to me. I love linear games. Another complaint that I've heard is that the game is really short. I don't know where some people are getting 5 to 6 hours from. I don't even know how you managed to beat it that quickly. I thought I was able to go through the game pretty efficiently, and it took me almost 11 hours to beat it. So the length is honestly perfect. I like shorter games. In fact, we really need to make shorter games a thing again because these game lengths are getting out of hand. All in all, this game is almost perfect to me. For a person that loves walking sims, linear, shorter titles, this is a perfect game. In fact, I wish more games were like this. There's definitely an audience for these type of games. I think it goes without saying, this game is absolutely DLife HD approved and is my game of the year so far. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like or dislike, comment what you think about the review, and subscribe for more videos like these. But most importantly, remember to always stay one.